Hello. We're going to another Heavensward extreme fight. Containment Bay S1T7. This one is Sephiroth. There's like 3 containment bays that you can go to fight, and this one's the Sephiroth one. Look, see, it's like broken. If you watch a cutscene, it probably shows it. I skipped it. I usually skip these cutscenes just because I don't know if people have been like progging this for hours and want to just get to it or not, and so I try to just move things along. But definitely, if you're running this with people and you want to watch a cutscene, go for it. This fight is somewhat similar to the normal version, but there's some tricky things. Oh, this is actually great. This is gonna be minimum eye level with no echo. The echo is silenced, okay? So this is probably the first one. Finally, we got this. No echo. So this would be considered minimum eye level, no echo, because MI is like for that, and then no echo is NE, so there. So this means we're gonna basically see all the mechanics. Okay, we have 2 of the healers. Wait. No, wait. We have 1 healer tagged with the plus sign and 1 of the DPS tagged with this triangle, and that's used for one of the mechanics later. So we'll take a look at that later. Yeah, I think some of the people here like had ran it previously, so they knew to put the markers already. Alright, main tank will turn the boss away. See, we got tank cleaves up here, so you don't want to be up there with the main tank. Alright. If you take a look at his arm, one of his arms, he's got like 6 arms. He's got 4 arms. Anyway, point is, oh no, it's 6. Okay, so here he's like pulling his arm backwards, okay, and then is about to hit, and so that is the big tank cleave. That's the tell for that. See, do some damage there. So if you want to watch out for that before you mitigate, or so you can mitigate. That move where he kind of like leans back with all his arms, that is going to be the raid wide. This right here, and then all this green stuff pops up, that's the raid wide. Another raid wide. Another punch. Okay, now that move, he kind of like leaned backwards there a little bit, but that wasn't like a full raid wide thing, but we get these other green orbs. There are names for all these moves, but like I'm not gonna be able to pronounce them, so we're using like normal people words, okay? There, if you want to look at the wiki, you can look at the wiki and see the fancy names of all this stuff, just so you get an idea. That the one that he's doing now is like Tifrit. I can't pronounce this stuff. Okay. T-I-F-F-E-R. Tifrit? Sure. That's the raid wide, and then oh yeah, wait, you can see it here. Tifrit, okay. Oh, I spelled it with 2 F's because the wiki spelled it wrong. Okay. Anyway, so that's the raid wide, and then this other thing creates like these green orbs, and that one is called is this German? Soft. these orbs, okay? But I'm not gonna call it that because I'm not gonna be able to take myself seriously because I can't pronounce it. Basically, we got these orbs here, and you can kind of see that it takes over half of the side, right? There's none over here. It's all just on this side. And so when you see them, see the orbs, you want to go to the side that doesn't have any orbs, because these orbs are going to expand and they will essentially take over the entire side. So watch out for this mechanic, but then also for healers, make sure you're keeping up with the heals for the raid wides and stuff. But yeah, as you can see, the green orb thingies are slowly expanding. Alright, so we're on the safe side of that. This mechanic, we have two different stack markers here. There's one on this one over here, one over here. It doesn't necessarily go onto this person that has the marker or this person. It just looks like that because we're all bunched up together. But the reason why this party and most party finders will likely do this is like mark certain players is the stack marker will target one of the healers and one of the DPS. And so likely because they have been progging this beforehand, they probably assigned 2 people to let other people know where to go because they already knew where to go. Okay, so what happens is, okay, well, we're about to die. Oh, we didn't die. Yes, we died. Okay, so the situation is you want to have one group, one stack on one side of the boss, and then the other group on the other side of the boss to split it up. You don't want to stack 2 of these together because this is what happens. Yeah, you get jumped on and then you get a physical vulnerability up and you take like almost 4,000 damage, which is basically half of the DPS's damage, okay? And then you get jumped on again, and with the physical vulnerability up, you end up taking way more damage and you die, okay? So you don't want that to happen, so you want to split it up so it's a bit more organized there. So yeah, with that, we're kind of just waiting to die so we can reset. This is what happens in the earlier fights where you don't have like the death wall to just reset by yourself, and so you have to just wait until the boss punches you to death so you can reset. But it also gives time for everyone who's dead to deliberate the situation in the chat, okay? And so this is the minimum eye level experience, especially when there are new people. Like every new mechanic we get, you almost basically die, and then you inch your way through the entire fight. Like if you have high level gear or if you have the echo to help out, then it makes it easier because then you can just like YOLO swag, get hit with stuff, and it's not that big of a deal. But when you're doing it minimum eye level as if it just came out, then it is a big deal if you get hit with things because there's a potential of wiping the whole party. Okay, so we are just talking about a bunch of stuff here, so I'll fast forward a little bit. Okay, so we have some way markers to help out. Typically, wherever the green thingies end up, we will go to the opposite side of that, right? The green orbs that expand, we'll go to the opposite side, and they put these way markers down to kind of just help figure out where the main tank is going to stand. There's a situation that once we get there, I'll explain it. So again, when the boss's arms kind of veer backwards and hold for a bit, he's like powering up for a punch, that's going to be one of the tank cleaves. Okay, and then here we've got the raid wides to deal with. Okay, so here, the green orbs, there's 1, 2, 3 here, and so the 4th one's probably over there, and so this over here is the safe side. So we're gonna hang out over here. So these are expanding, and see, this person doesn't have the stack marker necessarily, but they are representing the DPS KB. So they're trying to just let people know, okay, all the DPS are going to go on this side. So how we are splitting up this stack marker is that DPS will stand on the boss's left side, okay, and then the healers will stand on the boss's right side, and then the main tank stands in the middle. So DPS stays over here, and then 2 healers and off tank will stand over here. The reason why you don't want the main tank to like be in any of the stacks and you want the main tank to just stand in the middle is because of this hit. When you get hit, you get the physical vulnerability up. You don't want the main tank to have that, or else they're gonna possibly die with the other hits that they're taking from stuff. Okay, see, so they died. As soon as the boss is done jumping, you know, he'll do like auto attacks and stuff on people. And so since the main tank happened to be in the stack with us, as soon as he gets hit like once, he basically just dies because he took way more damage because of the physical vulnerability up. Okay, we'll see this a few more times and it'll be a little cleaner. But in theory, that's what is happening. We are splitting up the group so that the DPS will sit here. So there would be 4 DPS over here. The main tank is here. And then over here, like behind my party list, is going to be the 2 healers and the off tank. Okay, so they'll hang out over there. Like, this is enough to spread out the damage over there. That's fine. And then the DPS all stacking together. That's fine. And then the main tank should have enough space to just stay by themselves. All of this is while this green stuff is expanding. And so you want to make sure you are on the safe side from the green stuff. And then one side is DPS, one side is the supports. And then the right in the middle is the tank. Okay. So these markers themselves like aren't actually going to be helpful for that because it's relative to wherever the green things spawn. But I think we put them down just to help out a little bit, to help describe it if it happened to be on that side. Anyway, alright, we got raid rides here. Oh, see, I died because I didn't get enough heals here and I had the physical vulnerability thingy, so I got hit with 1 raid ride and then the second one killed me. Okay, see, like a lot of people are kind of struggling here. Okay, and watch out for those tank cleave things. Okay, there's a tank cleave and then there's like 1 orb here. So this 1 orb is gonna expand. You might think that's not a big deal, but we need to know where that's going because of all this that's about to happen. Okay, so essentially we will see this multiple times. Like I said, it's minimum eye level. It's like you're approaching every new mechanic and dying to it, and that's how you're gonna learn. So 1 orb will show up, okay, and that's gonna expand. But I'll just talk about the mechanics itself, and then afterwards I'll talk about the strategy on how to handle it. 1 orb, we've seen the orbs before, it expands, it gets bigger. That like kind of back flip, no, it's not a flip, but like rolling backwards, that's the raid wide. Okay, and then that little boosty attack thingy will target some people with this green marker, this green AoE, and then 1 person with this bigger purple one. And so everyone needs to spread apart, spread all these green things apart, spread the bigger purple one apart, while also dodging this green orb that's expanding. Also, the boss is facing 1 person and he's got his arms out like this and he's about to do a really big cleave in front. Okay, see? That's a really big cleave in front. So You have to dodge or spread apart to spread all those AoEs out, dodge this really big cleave, and then also dodge this green thing. Alright? It is a lot. But there is a common way most people handle this strategy, and so I will go through that once we get there again to get a bit cleaner of a thing. Let me just skip ahead since it is all just prop. Okay, here is fine. Okay, raid wide stuff and tank stuff. Okay, orbs are out. Because I see this one here, then that means the other side is going to be the clear side. So we're going to run on that side. And then basically you want, like this is going to be your spot. So this is where the main tank should be. Okay. And then we got the 2 stack markers. And so here, healers and off tank are going to be on that side. And then on this side are the DPS. And again, we chose, this particular group chose to do it like this, where the DPS are on the left-hand side of the boss. This is not stage relative, this is boss relative, because the stage itself is going to be randomly spawning where these green things are. So wherever that opposite side of the green thing is, the boss will show up over here. If the main tank is standing where they need to be, which is right in the center of that, the center of this half stage, then for this particular group, DPS will be left side of the boss, healers will be right side of the boss. Okay, so if you go into this and people say something different, then just do whatever the party is doing in your group. Like whatever makes sense might be better. Like switching the DPS on the right side instead, and then healers and off tank on this side. That's fine. You know, like that's just different strategies, but like you do what you gotta do to handle the mechanic depending on the type of people that you're with. Okay, so it might not make sense to some people, but it might make better sense to others. So we'll stack it up like this, and then so see, like because they're so far away, like they'll get jumped on basically over there, and then by the time Sephiroth like jumps over here to us, there's enough space between, so they're not gonna get hit at all. While main tank just stays in the middle. Okay, see how far this green stuff goes? So you gotta get pretty close to like this side, so you don't get hit with the green stuff. If you get hit with the green stuff, you get like a vulnerability up and like some damage, which usually I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever, but here, because we're doing it minimum eye level, it's not just whatever. It can potentially put you in a really bad position and then kill you like after a raid ride or something. Okay, so after this we have the raid rides. Okay, he's like, you know, shaking his arms up here and he's about to punch the tank again. Or swipe at the tank. Okay, so make sure you're mitigating for those tank things. Looking at the animation, there's no cast bar for those, so you gotta look at the animations. Okay, he leaned back and then spawned this green thing, and so this is the one that's gonna expand. And then we got those 3 green AoEs, 1 big purple AoE, and then 1 big front cleave. So how we handle this is the main tank at this point pulls Sephiroth to the middle, okay? And then wherever the green orb is, everyone stands between the green orb and the boss. So you stand here. And we're doing that so that we bait that front cleave, because he is going to pick a random person and target them and do a big cleave in front. And so with everybody standing here, he will face that way. And we want him to face this way so that it gives us more space on this side. This side's already gonna be a no zone because of the green orb that expands, and so it's like might as well put the bad cleave on that side. Okay, so we're baiting the cleave. So we all stand over here. Okay, so we stand here. This thing is expanding, but you have some time, so you want to wait until these AoEs pop up, and then you can get out of the way. We'll see it a few more times, but that's essentially the goal here. You gotta spread out, and then you should be okay. So we stand here, bait the thing, and then spread out. There is some strategy on like where you want to put the green stuff and where you want to put the purple stuff. That is like party dependent. But here you can see the boss's hitbox over here is like facing this way. Okay, so then he does the big cleave on that side, and then we're over here. I was trying to like go to the edge of that so I could spread away from this person with the purple thing. Okay, and then you definitely need to get healed up from all that stuff because there's a lot going on. Okay, and then there's raid rides and stuff. More raid rides. Tank thingy, he's got his arm up. Looks like it does a big tank thing and then another tank cleave thing. Okay. Alright, these orbs again. Remember, they're figure out which side they're on and then go to the opposite side. And then watching out for all these raid rides. So we're splitting it up again. For this group, we got DPS on the left hand side and then healers on the other side. Okay. This person, TK, they were here, and yeah, they realized they needed to run on the other side, but they didn't run out fast enough, and so they're already here, but they got clipped with a thing with this hit, and so that's why they got a physical vulnerability up and some damage. And so then by the time in their stack, they end up getting hit and killed because they got hit once already, and they also have the physical vulnerability thingy. And I think they probably got clipped by one of the green orbs. Okay, they're right here. Yeah, so they're right here. See, they like basically walked into it. So that ended up doing some damage. How much is this? Like almost 4,000 damage. And then they got a physical vulnerability up. So you want to be careful about standing too close to these things. See, over here, they were caught back there, but then they were like running along the side so they don't get caught in these green orbs. So after that, see, main tank pulls the boss to the middle to pre-position for the next mechanics. We got raid wides and we got tank stuff, and then we're gonna get that one single orb. Okay, so with that, they ended up dying, likely because they weren't getting as many heals because the healer was raising the other healer. So see how tight the window is for all these things here? Okay, I guess at this point they were done with the raise, so yeah, it's a lot. A lot to pay attention to. Okay, when the green, like when he like leans backwards and you see this little green, like, I don't know, leaves kind of going on the stage. I'll see if I can catch it. This thing, it like reverberates out this green stuff. That's how you know an orb's gonna pop up, okay? So you go, when there's a single orb, you go between the orb and the boss. I keep wanting to call him Ifrit. Oh, we skipped the mechanic. Okay. Yeah, that was the second time. That was the second time we saw the orb in this run. And so that first phase was repeating itself. And then once you get to a certain percentage, then you'll move on to the next phase. So that's why it disappeared. Okay, so he walks off, and then now we're in the ad phase. So we got a bunch of small ads here, and then we got one like big ad over here. One of the tanks should take a big one, and then the other off tank or whomever should take the small ones. When these ads die, they will do a raid wide, and so you kind of want to stagger some of them out so the healers have enough time to heal everybody. Okay, and also the bigger one will give whoever they're tanking a magic vulnerability thing, and so they will be more susceptible to taking damage, and so you gotta watch out and like make sure you're healing them if you're the healer, because you're gonna get hit constantly, seeing that they have like 2 stacks of the magic vulnerability thing. But yeah, once they explode, they'll do this Genesis thingy, and they'll, you know, literally explode and do damage. And same thing with the big one. It'll explode and do a lot of damage to us. See? So this will go on for a bit. We've got another set of small ones here, and then we got another big one here. So usually like one tank will be assigned taking the big one. Usually they do it like that, so then the healers know which one to focus on for bigger heals because of that magic vulnerability thing. So see this person is taking 3 stacks of it, and so they need more heals and stuff. And if you're kind of struggling with that, you could do like a tank swap if needed, but generally it seems like it's okay. Okay, at this point we all almost died because we killed them all pretty quickly around the same time. And so you gotta just, if you're struggling with the heals, then communicate that, and then kind of stagger out the deaths of the ads. How did the healer die? Let's see. Oh, okay. A lot of us were taking damage. Oh, and they also had the little weakness thing from being dead before. Okay, so that's probably why. So yeah, that hits pretty hard. Okay, but now we're going to the next phase. Okay, big raid wide. Alright, that's just standard stuff. We always see really big raid wides before the final phase. Somewhat final phase. Here, as soon as this setting goes off, it will flash yellow, and then all these things will like pop up, and you will get hit with it if you stay there. Okay, so as soon as the phase changes to this stage, you got little leaves over here. Sephiroth is like huge. There's no railing or anything on the side, so you can fall off the stage. Once you see this like crackly setting, watch the ground. It will blink yellow, green, like glow. That's when you gotta run out. And typically people will stand in the middle to bait all of these. This stuff will get is basically like a circle AoE, but because we're all standing in the center, we bait them all in the center, so then we can just run out quickly. But if we were standing here, then it would blow up like all over the place. Okay, so usually during phase transitions, people stack up in the middle anyway for like heals and stuff. But in this particular fight, you gotta move out of the middle as soon as the thing starts glowing, or else you take hits here. You get damage downs, but then you also can potentially die. this is minimum eye level again, so they just died. Okay, it hit really hard. So here, this next part, we get a little animation, and now we have some buffs. There's a green buff, force against magic, and then this orange one. I think this one is called force against might. And depending on which one you have will depend on which, like how you handle certain mechanics. Okay, so here we got a green orb, and here we got the orange one. For this particular part of the mechanic, you want to go to the same side as the one that you have. Okay, so since I am green, I want to go to the green side, but because I'm not on the green side, I'm on the orange side, I'm gonna die. Okay, there we go. So I got hit with way too much damage, so I should have been on this side. As you can see, it's right along the, like, look at the arrow right here, it's along the hitbox there. So I was just right on this side, on the wrong side. Okay, so you want to go to the same side. Here we've got towers, we got orbs, and Sephiroth is like slamming his hands into where the towers were, so we have to resolve that. We got some tethers going on here, and we got these orbs expanding. Okay, and also again, the stage is clear now on the sides, and so you can basically die. And then see the green stuff, it expands the entire way, so you can't stand in the center at that point. Okay. I think, I mean, I've got like 40 more minutes of footage, and if I go through every single thing, this is gonna end up being a 3-hour video, and I don't think that's necessary. So let's just skip ahead to that phase, and then once I've explained all the mechanics, I'll show like the final run, and we'll go through the entire thing again. I think the rest of it I've explained enough. Yeah, so we'll wipe on various things and stuff. Do we need to see that? Should we? I'll skim through it. See, we're still getting used to certain mechanics. We're wiping to certain things. Okay, this is fine. Okay, let's. What happened here? Okay, so it looks like we're. Oh yeah. Let's see the ad phase. Oh wait. Let's do this one. Man, I should have showed the whole thing. Oh, let's just go here. I think this is clear. I've explained this a lot. Okay, so the raid ride, some tank stuff, and then the one single orb. Okay, so figure out where the one orb is. Stand between the orb and the boss to bait the thing. Wait until you see the AoEs. Okay, and so now around when the AoEs pop up is when the boss is locked into position for the big cleave. Okay, so this is once the boss is locked in position, then you can get out of the way. Now you want to spread out these green things. Watch out, don't get hit with the cleave thing. Okay, for some people, for some parties, they might have like if the purple person is already off to the side, you just stay off to the side. Ideally, if they were here though, then you can communicate how you want to handle it. So you can have all the green ones on this side, and then like the purple one always goes to the right side, or always goes to the left side, or always goes to the middle. Or I think at some point we were just like, okay, purple will always just stay in the middle, and then greens go on the outside, and then everyone else just fills in the gaps or something so they could stay safe. So whatever works for your party, that works out. That's fine. See, you have a bit of time to adjust. He's pulling his arm back. He's gonna do a tank thing. Wow, that was a little attack. Okay, the orb thingies. So go on the free side and then position yourself for the stacks. Watch out for the green things expanding though. Also, ideally, healers will top everyone off before the stack things, because we'll be spread pretty far. And then we get hit with raid wides pretty quickly after all that. Okay. Okay, walks away, we got some ads now. Remember, one tank will take the big one, the other tank will take the little ones. And the one with the big one is gonna get the magic vulnerability things. Careful and stagger out the deaths of these. The smaller ones do raid wides that don't hit as hard, but the big one does a raid wide that does hit a lot harder. Okay, see how much the big one hits everybody? Like a lot. Okay. So, lots to heal here. The dancer here was trying to take all these ads away, mainly because this tank already has a bunch of stacks of magic vulnerability down. Magic vulnerability up. Yeah. They'll take more damage from magic attacks and stuff. And so because the other tank was dead, this dancer decided to pick up all the ads and pull it away and essentially almost sacrifice themselves over here so that the one tank we do have is alive, and then the healers have enough time to like raise the other tank. So they almost made it. The healers were trying to heal them up, but then also trying to raise and stuff, and so it was pretty close. Okay, yeah. So we didn't have enough heals, and we killed the big one, and so then a lot of people got hit with this stuff. So it can take a few times to really clean up this ad phase, to figure out the timing of the healing, timing of and coordinating like when to kill the ads and things like that. Alright. This is the big raid wide. Do we survive? Yeah, we did. Nice. And then now, during this phase transition, when the stage glows, then you run out of the middle. So you don't get hit with this thing. Okay. Powerful aura thing. So I have the orange one now, Force of Magic, and then we got other people with the other ones, okay? So again, when the things are glowing on his hands, you want to go to the side that has your color. Okay, so see there, I didn't get hit with anything because I was on the same color. The other time I got hit with like a bajillion thousand because I was on the wrong side. And I died because of that. Okay, so with this, we got towers, we got green things, okay? And they're expanding. If you have an orange marker, you want to stand in the tower. It happens pretty fast. So we want to have at least one person in each tower. And the orange is the one that takes that. Because we didn't have someone in the thing, all of us took a vulnerability up and a damage down. So we don't do as much damage and we're all more vulnerable, okay? These tether things, need to be taken by the people with the green thing, and the people with the green markers ideally will stand in the front. Let me explain. Let me explain this better. Okay, so you run out of the thing, and then you're gonna get this thing, okay? So I'm sure I highlight over this thingy at some point, but to explain it now, the orange one, I know it doesn't, this kind of looks more like yellow, but for the sake of the example, let's use this orange. Is there a better orange? Like a lighter one? Yeah, let's do this one. Okay, so if you get this orange debuff, then you are force against might. So that means you are strong. Oh shit, you can't see that. Weak against magic. Okay. Let me fact check myself before I draw the next one. So weakness, strong against magic. Yeah, okay. And then if you have the green one, I'm doing the thing where I take a long time to do this so that it seems really silly and it's ingrained in your mind so you can be an absolute raider. Okay, here, this is the shield looking one. Okay, that one is green, and green is magic. Okay, with strong against magic. Okay, so this one is called force against magic. Okay, so it's like the opposite of this one. And then it's weak against physical, which is kind of weird because it has like a shield, but the shield itself is like a magical shield. So whatever, I don't know what this is supposed to represent. What does this look like? I don't know, muscles. okay, anyway. So the point here is if you have the orange one, okay, then you're strong against physical attacks, but you're weak against magic. If you have the green one, you're strong against magic attack, like you just absorb the magic or whatever, but you're weak against the physical attacks. So what that means is you can only take certain parts of the mechanic. Here at this part, you divide the line, okay, and so if I got the orange one, I'm strong against physical stuff, and I guess tree roots are physical, okay, and then the green one is you're strong against magic, like it does nothing to you, and so you go to this like aura, spiritual life situation over here, okay, now the towers themselves are going to get hit with Sephiroth's fist. See, the fist will slam down, okay, and that's considered a physical attack, and so only the people who are strong against physical stuff can go stand in those towers. Since I have the orange one with the muscles, I can stand in the tower. Okay, so anyone with the orange one can stand in the tower because we are strong and we can withstand the force of getting hit with a tower. The people with the magic shield cannot stand there because they're weak against physical attacks, and so you don't do that. You handle the other mechanic. So if you have the green one, you want to go stand in the front, whereas if you have the orange one, you want to go stand near the tower and make sure at least one person with the orange is inside the tower when this goes off. If no one is in the tower, that's where this will happen, where everybody gets vulnerability up and a damage down. And also can get hit with damage. For some reason I didn't die. It's probably because I had a shield. This person already had low health, so I think that's why they died to it. Okay. Actually, a lot of people died to that. AI, where's AI? Oh, they were up here. Okay, okay, you know what? Literally everybody with the green shield died to that. Okay, watch. We got the summoner, the healer who already had low health, but the tank, look at the tank. The tank's got like so much more health than everybody else, but they're hanging out up there, minding their own business, waiting for their mechanic. And when the hand slammed down, because we didn't have anybody over here, like, they just die. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Super weak to physical attacks, the green one, and then here, I with the orange one, am gonna die to this tether, because the tether, see, the tether is connected to this green stuff, which is like magic stuff, I guess. He has magic in his belly. What the heck? Sorry, I didn't mean to be offensive. But yeah, I'm attached to this. Okay, if that stayed attached to me, I would have died. Wait, I did die because other people died. Yeah, okay, so I think, oh yeah, wait. There's only 2 of us alive, so actually I did get hit with that. So since there was only 2 of us alive and both of us had the orange one, well, we died because we have orange, so we're super weak against magic. So the tether goes away, but then you get hit with this big old magic thingy, and see, I took like 67,000. I don't have that much health. Look at this, I got like 9,000 health. 10,000 basically. So that's how that mechanic works, okay? So soon we'll resolve the mechanic itself in a more clean way. And then remember, all these things are expanding. So I'm gonna skip ahead so we could just focus on that part. Okay. Well, I'll go back a little bit. See how this person was like running around? So because we had some people running around, it's not all stacked in the middle. We got some straggler thing over this side. Is it hard to see the blue because of this? I will just use yellow now. Like this. See, there's one here and then there's some like here. So that's why you want to stack together. Okay, so at this point we all get our debuffs. I have the green one this time, so I'm gonna be hanging out on the green side so I don't die. Okay, and then orange people in the towers, green people in the front here, okay? By going into the front, we won't get hit with these green things when they're expanding, but also because the tethers start from here, we'll be able to more easily pick up the tethers. Here, watch. See, like I'm gonna run around to try to like make sure I get the tether. So the orange people do not stand up here. They're hanging out in the back, wherever, like way back here, trying to avoid the green expanding things. And because they're running around, the tethers are following whomever, but whoever crosses paths with the tether will get the thing. And so since we're up here, as soon as one of us grabs the tether, then it can't go back to one of the people in the back because it's not going to reach them. And so we can alternate the tethers to ourselves. Oops. Wait, let me go back one more. You can see how like I picked up one, right? But then somebody else picks up my tether, and then it's like alternating, right? But that's fine because it stays up here with us, the people with the green stuff. What's not fine is if, well, you're up here and you have an orange thing. So that's why they died. KB has an orange marker debuff, and so they are weak against magic. They're strong against physical attacks. The muscles Okay, so that's why they ended up dying. So, and they're the only one that ended up dying, as opposed to the others up here. We had the green thing. We're staying away from this green stuff, and we got hit with the thing, but then we didn't take any damage from it. They only died because they had the other debuff. Okay. So then that was the tower thing again. So you have to have people taking the towers. Okay, so it is a lot to work through this. Okay, and you know, when you wipe, you gotta do the entire fight again. Okay, this move is a proximity tether. And so you want to extend this so then it turns into the purple line that's more shimmery and not spiky, so you don't take as much damage. But also this indicator on top of the person's head is the Earth Shakers icon. So see, when you stretch out the tether, like when you don't stretch it out, it's spiky like this. But when you stretch it out, it turns into this more like smooth, liquid, whatever looking line. Okay. But with the Earth Shakers thing, what happens is it will do a line or like it looks more like a cone towards the people that it's tethered to. So that's why you want to move it far away off to the side. And then also, while all that's happening, we have that one baited attack. What's the name of it? Isolde. It's called Isolde. Okay. Okay, this one, you just gotta stand on the correct side. I'm dead, so I'm not moving. See how the thing glows? So that's the indication that you gotta get out of the way. And then these things pop up. Okay? This thingy, see us pulling Aether in. Well, it will blow up. There's a lot going on here. Okay? Let's see. We're deliberating, and let me just read something real quick, because once we get there, I want to be able to explain it well enough. Okay, anyway, let's just skip ahead. We're deliberating all this stuff. Okay. Well, looks like we wiped here. Let's just take a look at this again. This phase here. This was a lot, huh? This is what minimum eye level does. You really have to inch your way through the fight. Okay, we stack to the middle and then we run out. And then we're gonna get our debuffs. I'm green, so I'm gonna go towards the front. Okay, go to your side, matching your color so you don't die. Okay, so they were snapshot into that. One of the healers. See, they were over here, but they needed to be on the green side. And eventually they ran back over, but they were hit, like when the cast went off, they were over here. And so even though their physical body is over there, they got caught over here. Okay, so if you have trouble remembering like how the mechanic works or like which side to go to, I would say just keep an eye on like the middle area of the hitbox. And you can just stand on this side or this side, and you'll have more time to adjust to figure out which way to go. You don't have to stand in the actual orb. It's just that side of the stage. Okay, so orange, take the towers. Green, stand in the front. Okay, once you see the tethers for the green ones, go grab one of them that's extending out. Oh, we got one more tether. This one should go grab it. Okay, so I think we missed one, so someone probably died back there. Whoever had this tether probably died. Yeah, so we had a few people die. Yeah, it is somewhat of a tight squeeze up here because of these extending green things, so make sure you're stacking tight along the thing, but not enough to fall off the stage. Okay. And then we got towers again, so watch out for that. Okay, so it looks like we were missing one person in this tower, and that's why we all got hit with a bunch of damage. And then died. I died because I have the green thingy and the tower's physical attack, and so I took more damage, just like the first time I showed it, where the tank died because of the tower situation. Okay, these are earth shakers. Okay, this icon, so you want to extend this all the way out. Usually you'll have one person on the left side and then one person all the way here on the right side. And then the middle one is the little things that pop up. Well, it depends on where you're baiting the stuff. But, yeah, okay, let's click. Okay, looks like we died again, or we reset. Okay. Is this the one? Do we end up... Oh, wait. I don't even have a clear in this one. Is this the other fight? Hang on. I have another video. So maybe it's the other video. Okay, well, let's just see how far we get with this one too. It's only 7 minutes though. Wait, hang on. Let me confirm. Well, I'll just play it while I go search for the other one. Okay. Okay, tank stuff. And then we got raid wides. More raid wides. The orbs, so you go on the opposite side, and then depending if you're DPS or healer, you split up. Watch out for the green things expanding. Wait, why am I dying so much? Oh, I must have been not close enough to the healers. Oh, I got a Vercure. Oh, it's so cute. Thanks, man. Okay, find the one orb, stand between the orb and the boss. Wait for the AoEs to drop and then spread out. I hesitated because I didn't know if I was a purple one. So that's why I died. But because, see here, we decided that the purple one would stay in the middle. But because we did that, I was uncertain if I was the purple one. And so fortunately the purple one did just stay still. And so, let me spread it like that. But because I didn't make it out in time, I ended up dying to it. And then the other person, the red mage, probably died to the cleave over there. Yeah, so the cleave is going out and this person immediately died. And then these go out after. So they died because they were probably just a little bit on too close to the line. hang on. Spoilers. I don't think we get it clear here. So this is not the footage. let's just let me just show this, and then I'll go get the other video where we did get the clear. Did I open the wrong one? I always want to show the one where we actually get the clear, you know? Like, I want to explain the mechanics, but I want to prove that you can get the clear with all this stuff that I'm talking about. Okay, so orange is gonna soak the tower, and then see how I'm back here. I'm running back here. I have the tether, and ideally one of the people in the front here that are green are gonna pick it up. And I'm running along the back side so that I don't get hit with these green things. So you don't want to get caught in the middle there. Okay, so you gotta get out of the way. Okay, so they ended up getting hit with the green thingy, and the green thingy is considered magic damage, and so you know, you have the orange one. You're likely gonna get hit with that, or you'll get hit and then you'll die to it. Okay. And then tower soak, so I ran up to go grab the orange tower, okay? See, as soon as this is done, the green tethers will resolve, and so they'll get hit with stuff but won't actually take damage, and then the towers are up again, and then we have to have the orange people soak towers. Okay. And then again, you go on the appropriate side. Earth shakers, you want to spread those out, and then this thing, technically we would bait them and then run out of the way so you don't get hit with this. Okay, this thingy will do attacks on everybody, so you want to spread out for that. See how it's targeting each person. So it wasn't each person, it was just like a few people, but still, it's better to stay spread out for that, because you don't know who it will target. At this point, we don't have the little green or orange debuffs anymore, and so when you see the towers, the tanks need to take these towers. And like mitigate and stuff. Here, because we don't have the debuffs anymore, these will just do a raid wide to us, and so you can't really, there's nowhere to go. The healers need to just heal through it. Okay, this thingy, this is gonna be a whole thing. This is, okay, see how you can get knocked off the stage? This is a whole thing. Let me find the footage of the other fight. So we can see the rest of the mechanics. I actually finished this fight, right? Yeah, I did. Let's see. Hey, how's it going? What's up? 31. Is this? Do we get the clear here? I don't think we got the clear here. Oh, wait a minute. We did. Okay. So this fight, this is weird because this is an earlier fight, and so I was kind of like, wait, how did I get the clear in an earlier fight? Unless I was just helping the other people. Maybe. I do that every now and then because I'm nice. Okay, well, it looks like we got the clear, so I'll just watch this footage. Let's see how we prog in this one. Here? Sure. dispersion is doing that little toe tap thingy from the little event. I don't remember. I don't know what it's called. I haven't gotten the emote yet or anything, but from the Fall Guys event, which I think ends soon, so you should go do that if you want the emote. Okay. This is not minimum eye level. This is probably just synced, and so, but we'll see the mechanics. So we stacked in the middle, and we're gonna run out because we were baiting this stuff. Okay. And then we will get our buffs. Here we go. So I got the orange. So I'm gonna hang out on the orange side so I don't get hit with anything. So I'm gonna soak a tower. And then immediately get out of the way of these orbs. Alright? And be careful not to fall off the stage. And when you run further away, ideally the people in the front are gonna grab your tether as you're wiggling it around, okay? So careful. If you have an orange debuff, and you get hit with this magic-y green stuff, then you will die, like this person. So really you gotta back it up, okay? As soon as the green things go away though, then you gotta like get up there to soak one of the towers. Okay. Go on the same color side. Okay, Earth Shakers. So I'm gonna drag the thing all the way to the side. Okay, make sure that the spiky stuff turns into this long purple line, and then the Earth Shaker thing is gonna go back here. So in this particular party, we had way markers on the sides to indicate where people should go for Earth Shakers, and that helped out. The glowing thingy, that's the baited thing. So once you see the Earth Shakers pop up, everyone who doesn't have it needs to go to the center, and then when the thing glows, then you run out of the way. The thing with the Earth Shakers is you do want to go on the side, so the other one goes on the other side, and then you leave the center clear so people can stand there and not get hit with this Earth Shaker thing. Okay, and then you have to like get out of the way too, because I also baited my own this thingy. What was it called? Sod or something? To get out of the way. Oh yeah, I got hit with it. So I didn't move fast enough. But here, this is the one where you want to spread out a little bit in case you get hit with the thing or other people get hit with this stuff. Okay. Here we got towers, but no debuff things, no color debuffs, and so the tanks need to take these. Okay, we were missing a tank to soak one of the things, and so we ended up getting vulnerability down. Vulnerability up and damage downs. And we took a bit of a hit there. It's synced, so it wasn't too bad, we could survive it. So, yeah. Okay. During that part, it's just a raid wide because we don't have the colored debuffs. This one, we are gonna stand in the front, and this blue thing is gonna pop up afterwards, and we're gonna get out of the way once the stage glows. Okay, so this is what we've seen already with this stuff. There's a few things happening here. And it might not make sense. It is the first time you're seeing it, but after dying to it, then you'll figure out the pattern and sequence of events. There's no tell here necessarily, but through dying to it, we know we need to bait the Yesod thing. The blue thing's gonna show up, but you need to stay there until the ground glows yellow, like before. The ground will glow yellow, okay? And then you move to the edge of this blue thing. The blue thing is gonna do a knockback. And so, by standing on the edge of the blue thing, you'll get knocked backwards wherever your direction is, and you want to position yourself so you don't like get knocked off the stage. So if you ended up standing here, you get knocked off the stage that way. If you stand here, you'll get knocked off the stage this way. And there happens to be these green orb things spawning or expanding right now. And so that's why for the first one you want to go southeast. And this is all scripted, and so I think it's always consistent. So you'll go southeast. We ended up getting hit with some of these things, but it takes some finessing, okay? We'll go southeast, then these things are growing bigger, but the second hit of the blue thing, whenever you see this blue marker, it means there's going to be a knockback mechanic. You know, so in this particular fight, Sephiroth is going to like punch that thing. So we're going to get close to it and get knocked backwards this way. If you stand anywhere else, if you're here, you'll get knocked off the stage. If you're, you know, if you somehow make it over here, you'll get knocked off the stage that way. So this is basically the only spot you can go that's safe. Get close to the green things. Don't touch them though. Just get close to them. And then you'll get knocked back to the side of the stage like this, okay? And then you'll be near the position of the next blue marker, the next blue thing that's gonna get knocked, that's gonna get hit and you'll get knocked back. Through practice, you'll notice that this orb in the back goes away. And so you can pre-position yourself right here and get knocked back that way. And then you're good. I was really struggling, but I was like, oh, it's okay, I got this. It's fine. Use my second win. Okay, and then I got the Earth Shakers. So I'm gonna move to the side and stretch the tether out. Oh, the paladin ran towards me and put cover on me. That's very nice of them, so I ran towards them. Okay, so I tried to stay a little bit further and then run away, because I didn't want to get hit with that. But yes, here, now they take the tower, okay. This one, there's no color debuff, so we would just take the hit. I died, okay, sure. So let's see that again. Shall we skip ahead? How long is this fight exactly? Okay, I think this is probably just the run, since this is the end of the footage. So we'll just watch from here. It might be a little different than what I've been showing so far, like the mechanics and stuff. Or I mean the strategy that people use in this party, but the mechanics are all the same. It just won't hit as hard because this is just a synced fight. And, oh yeah, we also have the echo. So it's going to be a little bit easier. So we might skip some of the mechanics. Okay, so the tank stuff's up there. Raid rides. Okay, go to the opposite side of the green orbs. Okay, let's go over there. Okay, so it looks like we did a similar thing where DPS is on this side and healers are on that side. Okay, and then the tank pulls the boss to the center to pre-position for the next few attacks. The raid wides doesn't matter as much, but definitely you don't want anybody up there near the tank during these cleaves. And then when we get the little single orb, the boss will already be in the center of where the orb will be. Okay, so here, so we all stand here. To bait where the boss will cleave, wait for the things to show up, okay, and spread those AoEs out. The boss is the cleave, front cleave, and then all these things explode. I think this person, yeah, they probably got hit with the boss's cleave. So they're over here. There. So if they didn't move at all, they likely got hit with the cleave. Okay, see, that went off before we get hit with these things. So it looks like you do, even with the echo, you get one shot from that cleave. Okay, and again, one tank takes the big one, other tank takes the little ones, and if you're doing this minimum eye level, it's more important to stagger out the stuff because of the raid wides from when these die. With it synced and with us having the echo, it's a little bit more manageable. Not as spicy. Still does a lot of damage to the big one when the big one explodes. This person's happy. Okay, so we're stacked in the middle. We're gonna bait that Yasod thing. And when the ground glows, we will run out. Okay, run out. Figure out what color debuff you have. I have got the green one, so I'm gonna run close to the boss. Stand on your side of the color debuff, okay, and then go to your position. Either the tower if you're orange, or if you're green, go to the front. Pick up one of the tethers if you're green. Okay, and then just hang out here. Be mindful of the green stuff expanding. Okay, and back it up, and then orange people need to be taking the towers. Go on your side, your colored side. Okay, Earthshakers, the split up orb, they're all on that side, so it's like, okay, just stay over there. The glowing thing, spread out, don't get hit with this stuff. Okay, and then this thingy, we're staying spread, so people take some hits, and we're not all sharing that. Okay, towers. We don't have the color debuff, so tanks take the towers. This is just a raid wide now. We're all stacking up here to bait the next Yasod thing. Okay, the thing blinked, glowing, so then we move out of the way. Go position yourself to get knocked back southeast, and then run towards the next knockback thing, which is on the west side. Position yourself to get knocked backwards, okay, off to the side here, and then position yourself to get knocked back that way. This will go away by the time you get knocked back. Okay, let me show that one more time. So after that tower set, after this raid wide, we're positioning ourselves up here to bait the Yasod thingies on this blue thing, because we're not going to be able to stand on that anyway, and also there's a green thing forming on it, and so it's fine to put the bad stuff on top of the bad stuff. Pre-position yourself along this area from the knockback thing, so you can get knocked back into this general corner, and then go over here, position yourself to get knocked back to the east. Okay, we're on the east side now, and then position yourself here to this knockback thing to go southwest. Okay, And then be careful with that bubble. Another set of earth shakers, so you spread those out. Ideally spread those out. Yeah, this is synced with the echo, and so there was more YOLO swagging getting hit with stuff. Okay, so it's not gonna be so super clean. Okay, the floor blanked, and so it got spread out of wherever we were standing. I didn't catch that, and so I was like, oh, I thought we're spreading out to actually spread out, but the glowing thing is happening. And so I was like, oh, okay. I didn't bait it in the middle like everyone with others. Not that other people were baiting it, but like, I definitely don't want to stand wherever I was standing. So I ran to the side. It's just tricky because like that, someone can accidentally run into the spot that someone else was standing in, and then they could, you know, die like that. Or like, that's what happened up there. So that's why coordinating with everybody is a little bit better, like baiting it all in the center or wherever you need to do that. Especially if you're doing it minimum high level. This one, the towers, like tanks need to take those towers. And then this is going to be a raid wide. We don't have the colored debuffs. And then here, we're standing, when Sephiroth like squats down, his face is like right here, he's going to blow wind at us. He's going to push it backwards. Okay, so if you're anywhere back here, you might get pushed off the stage. And so for that part, after this stuff we've seen already, when he squats down, you gotta get up closer, okay, so you don't get pushed off the stage. Now, this final phase, we've got ads that we've seen before, but we've also got this storm of words. It is similar to the normal fight where you'll have to destroy this at some point, and it will create this whirling whatever thingy, and then you'll get knocked upwards, and so you can avoid getting swiped by Sephiroth's big arm. Okay. But here we attack this. We don't have the colored debuff, so it's fine to just stand wherever for this raid wide. But one of the tanks should be taking the other ads. Okay, and then the tanks take the towers. We destroyed the storm of words thingy, and then you have to bait out of the way for this thing. So there's a lot happening here. Okay, because the thingy blinked, you know, that means we were all basically here already. As soon as it blinks, that should be like a trigger to just run out of wherever you were standing, because you'll get hit with that stuff. It looks like we all got damage downs, and because we probably didn't have someone soaking one of the towers. Yeah, we didn't have anyone soaking that tower. Okay, another raid wide. We're attacking all the ads. When the ads die, just like in the other ad phase, they explode. Okay, so that's a lot to heal through. So here, oh, we have to bait those Yasod things. I ended up just standing still. We have a raid wide. And then, see Sephiroth's like, got his arm down here like this, and then we got a stack marker. You gotta stand inside this wind thingy, and you'll get knocked backwards a bit, but you gotta run through. If you don't, you're gonna get swiped. See, like the impact of Hod. Okay, so when he slams his hand down, you'll get knocked over to the side a little bit. Just make sure you run back into this thingy. So then you get pushed into the air, and you won't get, if you get hit with this, you'll just die. Okay. Okay, get out of that. Wherever you were standing, just get out of it. Okay, we got the aura things again. So now I got the green one. Okay. So now the rest of this is basically just repeated mechanics. So stand on the same color as your debuff. green goes in the front, orange soaks the towers. Green takes the tethers. And then yeah, see, it just, we've seen all this, okay? Ah, that was the whole thing. Oh, that was actually my first clear. Okay. Yeah, so the other video, the one I started showing, that was probably when I was just helping people out. Helping people like go through it and stuff. But yeah, doing a minimum eye level is like its own thing, you know? You gotta be in the mindset to be dying like every few seconds. With synced, it's still a bit more challenging than just doing it unsynced, but it still feels quite rewarding. Like this video footage was like an hour long, just doing it synced with the echo, and the other one was almost an hour long too. And we got pretty close to the end of the fight, but it was like the difficult part of the end of the fight, and so it would have probably taken another hour to prog through it, minimum eye level, because every time you die or wipe to a thing, you have to start all the way over, you know what I'm saying? In later extreme fights or in other fights in general, you might have like prog points, and so after you clear the first part of it, you'll go to the second phase, and then if you die, then you just restart the second phase, and so that's kind of nice. But these older ones, you just go all the way from the beginning. So yeah. Okay, I hope that was useful. Bye.